All
What
right.
is up, everybody?
Yep. Welcome in. We got people joining in from all over here. So we're gonna let you guys funnel in. I'm gonna go. This is Simply Investing Crypto Morning Chat with Sal and Cody. So we really welcome you guys in. Let me go over some basics before as we get people trickling in here. We do this every morning. Normally at 8:30. Got a little late start today, but normally 8:30 every morning, Monday through Friday for Crypto Morning Chat. You're on episode 35, so really glad to have you in. We also do What's in Your Portfolio every Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Time as I go over what's in my portfolio, my losses, my gains, how I'm responding to the market, and also not just my crypto account, but my stocks, trading, and everything else. Cody here is the guy that got me introduced into crypto 2 years ago. And I own a moving company as well as a logistics and construction company and a few other great things as well. And I invest in stocks, real estate, crypto, and as well as private equity ventures as well. So here we are. We're going to start this day off. There's quite a bit to talk about, especially with XRP and the appeals case.
Shout out to XRP.
So, and we got what was his name? Benjamin Cohen, 11K BTC prediction. So, with that said, guys, if you guys can like and subscribe, follow us. So, we're live on all channels. We're also live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and of course TikTok. And as always, this is an open forum. We're going to have the link to join in live if you want to hop on live in about 30 minutes. But if you guys got any questions, comment them if you're on TikTok or put them in the chat in the comments. Really appreciate you guys. We'll try to answer every one of your guys' questions. With that said, our moderators are a little late joining us, so do bear with us if you're in the chat. Sometimes you guys start really posting really fast, and we miss some of your great questions there. So bear with us. We'll try to get to everybody as quickly as we can. We only have about an hour today to really go over everything, and hopefully you guys enjoy the stream like always. But if you guys can like and subscribe and give us some follows, we're trying to get over 3,000 follows on TikTok, and we're also trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So still got a long ways to go, but we appreciate all your guys' support. And if you want to do some more support, you can join us on Patreon. You get the first premieres of every video that goes up there. So the crypto picks that release every Monday, the stock picks, which will release every Friday, and then they're a week behind on YouTube. You also get access to Discord, and you get access to you can private message me on there, and I can help answer any portfolio questions. Uh, Shout out to John Mother God. I hope I got that right, but glad to have you in here. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. And you also, I am going to do 5 interviews a year with people who are in my business network, those who have much greater success than I have, net worths of 8 or 9 figures. And those are going to be some great interviews. I got 3 that are lined up, and they're only going to debut on Patreon, and you're going to have to wait a year before they hit YouTube. So if you want to, the link is for Patreon is in the TikTok bio, as well as if you're on YouTube, it's on the stream there. So with that said, let's get in here, just go quickly over what's going on in the market. Right now, we're down about 1% on the total crypto space, 1.21 trillion valuation. So we're having a little bit of sell-off, downward trajectory there. We have Bitcoin still over 30,000, kind of 0.5% down. ETH still over 1,900 with about a 1.5% down. We got XRP holding 74 cents. Still hasn't really made a drop, but keeps spiking up a little bit. We got Solana still holding strong in the high in about $27. We got Polkadot still holding the 530, and we got Chainlink still in the mid $6 range, as well as we have Cosmos at 950 still holding. We got Hedera still holding 5 cents, kind of staying in that range. And we have good old Quant still above 100, although it almost dipped down below 100. But hey,
It's holding strong on
it's
that
holding.
100.
Yeah, but it's holding. It's every
The
time it
market
starts
is
to dip,
adamant on
it's
Quant
going
being
there.
worth $100.
Yep. It seems like every time it gets close to 100, we get a lot of buy pressure. So and then it starts spiking upwards. But with that said, those are some of the blue chips. We got the greed and fear index at 57 right now. So we're still kind of in the upper neutral territory. The euphoria is kind of dying down off of the XRP news and the ETF from the Bitcoin, from the what we could be doing with Bitcoin and all those institutions kind of joining in. So we will have to see how the rest of the summer goes. As we all know, the crypto summers are kind of the slowest usually, but I have a feeling this time around, retail investors are really, really paying attention and they're going to start putting their money in very shortly. And that's going to drive the market up a little bit.
I do
But
want to talk about this appeal thing that a lot of XRP critics are talking about. This is my opinion. Very, very less likely for an appeal because number one, the Supreme Court has to accept the case. There's a lot of more important issues and factors out there than Ripple and XRP for the Supreme Court to spend energy and time worrying about. Two, they're just going to say the same. Defense is going to say the same thing. They said in Judge Torres's court. They're going to say the same thing. And Judge Torres actually kind of made it hard the for it to be appealed because of her ruling and the specifics of it. She made it very hard, for it to be appealed. And like Legal Brief said, without the XRP holders coming in and kind of intervening, because the XRP holders did have a say in this a little bit, it could have been a different outcome.
exactly. I don't think. I think XRP, if the SEC does appeal the XRP case, XRP is still in a good position to win the case, because we're looking at some good action there, and so we got some smart people behind this, so it's still going to be labeled as not a security. However, it is kind of interesting that they banned institutional sales, so big institutions could not buy this.
Like at all, like forever, they can't buy in.
They're I think they're banned from direct sales from Ripple.
Oh, okay. So they'd have to buy on an exchange like us.
Yes. Shout out to Caddy. Sorry about the cutting out here, guys. This is my work phone at the moment, so a call was just coming in real quick there, so I do apologize on that. Hope it stays a little better there for you guys. Um, so
Do you think
I
it's
was saying,
likely for an appeal? Sorry about that.
no, I mean it could. It depends because they've already lost so much. The SEC has already lost so much steam on the case. I mean, 3 years of buildup, and it was a pretty clear and concise ruling. And as to why because it's really a commodity, not really a security, and it's decentralized enough that it meets that commodity range, and it kind of falls in really with currencies on the
See,
commodity.
to me, if anything, like I'm not talking down on Ethereum because I like Ethereum, but to me, if anything, Ethereum seems more like a security than XRP because there's like, yeah, Ethereum has a deflationary supply, but at the same time, like Ethereum has a max, like it has an infinite supply, huh? Like there is no max supply on ETH. I'm pretty sure. Quote me, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah, I don't think there's a max supply on ETH. There technically is a max supply on XRP, but it could be increased. But the reason why it has such a large volume or large amount of XRP is due to it being utilized as a currency and a bridging asset. So there has to be a need for so much, so enough people can have it and use it as a currency.
if there was 120 million XRP, like there's 120 million ETH, then XRP would run out quickly. And I mean, yeah, people would say, "Oh, that's good for the price." But if XRP runs out and it can't be used for its intended use because it's so scarce, that would defeat the whole purpose of it, in my
Exactly,
opinion.
exactly, and yeah, Ethereum has no max supply, but either way, like I said, anyone can change anything, I guess, and I guess they could change ETH to have a max supply if they really wanted to. but that would I'd probably take a lot of work at this point to really go in that direction.
You know, I want to talk about what would be a better investment for next bull run. Now, this isn't any financial advice. This isn't something you take for stone because this is the crypto market. This is the Wild West. But one thing that's been on my mind is now the XRP has been quote unquote the only uh, digital asset with regulatory clarity. It's like ETH hasn't had that. I mean, technically it has, but that's from hearsay. It hasn't been actually declared as not a security. I haven't seen that with ETH. And the SEC, I don't see the SEC attacking ETH because statute of limitations, and it's been a very long time since ETH has been around. But at the same time, it's like XRP actually has this clarity. And if you see the volume, yeah, it's you could say because it's the hype, but it is dying down. But the volume of XRP is like in the over 3 billion range, and it's stayed in the top 10 for a while. Like I think for the past 3 years. So the way I see it is XRP could either be right under ETH in terms of volume and market cap one day, or it could flip it. That's the way I see it. Not because I love XRP and I have emotions tied to it. It's just because this is just using my opinion and logic.
Exactly. And my thinking is that I think Ethereum is the better bet for this bull run, as you'll get a better return on ROI off of XRP.
Off of
However,
Ethereum, you'll get a
XRP,
better ROI. You said,
yeah, I think ETH is going to get a better ROI off of XRP than XRP. But XRP in the long term, in the next 10 years, has a better ROI over Ethereum. But both are good blue chip tokens that I think you should have it in there. Shout out to Cosmic Comic. Glad to have you back in here. Welcome back, buddy. Thanks for your support and comments. XRP going to retest 50 cents. It could. There's a quite a bit of things that got to be in motion for it to really drop that low again. One of it being I'm I'm hearing there's crazy news about Binance, and I'm thinking it might go in the opposite direction. And I think Binance might be fronting that they're okay, but they're not. And they're the
yeah, they're
only ones
not.
that haven't relisted XRP from my knowledge at the moment. And I think that if they have a collapse, we might see it go back down to 50 cents. But if it's not going to collapse this summer, then XRP is going to be holding and testing between 60 cents and 70 cents. And it's going to be holding that range as people are now going back into accumulation phase with XRP. You got to remember once that news announced, the trading volume was higher than Bitcoin and ETH combined that day. So that drove the price up nearly double its value. And then we started coming back down as people got off the euphoria, started taking profits, and started really looking at their portfolio from a more logical stance, and probably are waiting to see when XRP retests certain limits to get back in.
Yeah.
But the sentiment of it hitting over $1 is still possible in the next few months. But if it doesn't hit it by the end of the summer, then we're going to have a drop first before we get back over $1 and maybe get up to a high for the year of 150.
What is
But
your prediction for XRP next bull run?
my prediction for XRP next bull run is definitely going to be around. I'm thinking around $3.50 to $4, but I do see as high as 550. But 550 is my max for
Yeah,
the
that's what I agree with that. So if it does hit those price limits of what you're talking about, you're pretty much getting the same ROI
mm-hmm.
with Ethereum as well. Except if Ethereum hits, see, Ethereum is currently at $2,000. So if you buy right now, if it goes to $10,000, that's a 5x. You know, same thing with XRP. We have about a 5x to hit all time high. They're both
Yeah.
5x potentials, but I think um, a maximum price for XRP next bull run would be a little over all time high. And what I mean by a little over all time high is $4 to $5 because it hit almost $4 in 2017, and it can definitely do that again with all that liquidity. But then again, we talked about this yesterday that the market could actually surpass our expectations. Like right now, we're thinking logically. We think we're thinking logically, but the market could actually do like a total like surpass of what we expect.
Yeah, and it's like I said, this and that's all revolves around retail investor sentiment. Shout out to Cosmic Comic, ETH ROI less than Pulse Chain ROI. Well, Pulse Chain is so low that yeah, any any amount of traction will beat ETH ROI, but I wouldn't. It'd be very tough to time that run up on Pulse Chain, so I would have to wait till I see clear euphoria to start getting, because then retail investors just start like shoveling money into wherever they think they can get, like that Dogecoin millionaire where he just went all in on Dogecoin and it just went to the moon, and he did, and that's what they're hoping for. Shout out to Banana Glitter, glad to have you in here. They did relist XRP. Okay, I guess they did it quietly because on the day of the announcement, I looked at Binance, but I don't use Binance. So when I looked
Yeah.
at it, it wasn't there that day. So they might have listed it a few days later. I know they're having some trouble. They laid off 1,000 people. People are starting to question their when they're releasing their press releases about making 12 billion in profit. So because like you don't make 12 billion in profit and lay off 1,000 people, that's
No,
just
you
not how
don't. The
it
Binance
works.
loves the front, and I think Binance has built their business on fronting. Um, he has basically been trying to front with the FTX case by trying to call SBF out, but in reality, he was doing the same damn thing. That's all he's been doing, just trying to front to people and make himself seem like he's amazing, just like SBF did, just like SBF. And at least SBF, the way I see it, he took. To me, it seems like and this isn't me glamorizing SBF, but in my opinion, to me, and you can call me if I'm crazy, but it seems like SBF has more accountability taken than CZ, because CZ is acting like everything's good and nothing's wrong. At least SBF, when it was happening, he said, "Guys, I messed up," even though in my opinion, he still hasn't taken accountability. But comparing it to CZ, SBF has been more
Mhm.
vocal about what he's done.
Yes, yes, he has. But we'll have to see as we go to trial with SPF. It's there's probably a lot more. Like I always keep saying, it's gonna keep coming out.
There's a
Shout
lot.
out to Cosmic Comic. $4 to $5 XRP is baby gains from all time high. Yeah, that is true. And also, time in the market is better than timing the market. Oh, absolutely right. Yeah, time in the market always beats timing. But if you wanted to trade Pulse Chain, you'd have to really have some great timing to get the right gains on it. Shout out to Surgic Banger, welcome back, buddy. One of our loyal followers there. Know exactly where we're at on. I know exactly where we're at on XRP 30-minute chart pattern. Is copying day one chart in the past. I'm making a killing on 75x leverage. Well, glad to hear, buddy. I would be very careful on those leverage
Yeah,
trading, especially if you're new to trading. Period. Definitely be very careful because one wrong move can set you back way harder than you'd like to. Shout out to Cosmic Comic. SBF was lying because he robbed people. Exactly. He just went straight for the bag and went into everyone's pockets.
I do
He's
have
definitely
one.
going to suffer for that. He's definitely going to pay some restitution for that.
I do
Uh,
have one idea, and this idea is next bull. The reason why I think XRP will do well next bull run too is because when Ethereum's in a bull run, the gas fees and the fees in general are just crazy high. And I mean, yeah, bag holders and people that are in profit, they won't mind paying those gas fees to move stuff around and secure profit. But you're gonna see a lot of like newcomers into the market that are like, I don't like these gas fees, and they're gonna go for things like XRP and low fee things. And I think that's gonna drive up the demand and the volume for XRP next run, because when Ethereum's in a bull run, you see these crazy high fees. We're not seeing it right now because we're in a bear market, but just wait. Next bull run, people are going to be complaining everywhere.
yep. And those gas fees are going to be extremely high on Ethereum. So I would definitely try to get your money out of once the bull run starts and you got those first real good profits. I would exit out pretty quickly because it makes a lot of sense to get out before those gas fees get too high.
Yep.
Shout out to Cosmic Comic. You just agreed to the time of the market quote and then disagreed immediately after. Which is it? Well, let me just put it this way, because I'm not a financial advisor, and every financial advisor will tell you time in the market is great, and that works very well for stocks and for most slow turning assets. It does work for crypto as well. Time in the market is going to make you the most amount of money. With Pulse Chain, I consider it more of a risky bet, but for
Yeah.
me, it would be a trade, not a long term position. Whereas a lot of new people would probably consider it a long term position. So if
Anything associated with Richard Hart and Hex should not be a long term position. It should be traded to make money. Anything with Richard Hart, Hex, it is not long term. It is going to fail. But trade it and make your money the way I see it.
Well, then that's what I'm trying to say. There is like I know for a fact as soon as that bull run happens, that's why if you're dollar cost averaging into any of those pulse chain techs or any of those right now, that's probably a good decision, because with the next bull run, I know that people are just going to flood in there, because once people start getting paying attention again, they're going to start researching again, they're going to start watching YouTube videos, they're going to run into Hex,
And
Pulse,
Richard Hart is on
all
YouTube
that,
all the time.
and of course all the channels that talk about it. So then naturally you're going to get the fastest run up on it, just alone from Euphoria running up on it. Now it is a highly speculative asset, and if you've been holding it the whole time and just been dollar cost averaging in, you probably will make a good chunk of change off of that. But it's kind of going to be like Dogecoin. You're going to get that one good run, like that one solid run where it's going to surpass everyone's speculations, and that's when you got to get out as quick as possible. That's just from my opinion on it. However, I mean, we are still going to have that live this Wednesday about it, and we can go on and on about it, but it's like kind of for me, it's in the trade category, not really going long term with it, but trade it, get your money while you can, get back out, see where it falls, and then go back down. But and that's true. It has more of a following than Dogecoin. So shout out to NG Dubs. It's not a meme coin. Uh, because it isn't at this point, because there really isn't like a it doesn't have any nostalgia attached to it, which is what Dogecoin had. That's all Dogecoin had, was the Doge meme and the nostalgia attached to it from like from like the late 2000s, early 2010s. So that that you got to take with a grain of salt, but that's where I was kind of
Yeah.
correlating. It's going to
To
have.
me, it's just a shit coin that you can trade and make money on.
I mean, but we'll have to see, because um, sometimes something could be a bad product to begin with, and someone could just start taking it over and turn it into something great. Like you get one really good developer, and all of a sudden, everybody wants to be involved.
Yeah, and I'm always for making money, because if I said I was against making money, that would be a contradiction of my whole reason for being in crypto. Make your money while you can, but only you can determine what is a long-term investment. Only you can really determine that, because there's a lot of people that have been wrong, especially with this XRP case.
Hmm.
There's many people have been wrong about this case with Ripple, and that's an example. And a lot of people are still saying, appeal. There could be an appeal, and we're just in that beginning stage with XRP right now. It's where it's just now being, digested. It's over time. It's going to be accepted that that's what happened. But we'll just have to see. They could try
Yeah.
to appeal it, but in my opinion, it would be a waste of resources. Even though they do have a lot of resources, it'd be a waste of time and resources.
Yes. Now I know that Cosmic Comic and NG Dubs are big fans of the Hex the hex part. So like I said, guys, I know you guys will probably join in this Wednesday at 6 p.m. for that live stream. I do need to find a few willing participants on the dissenting part of the conversation. So, like I said, I'm a trader. I've known, like, look, when I was on the market, I've definitely traded in some degenerate penny stocks and stuff like that for large firms. Like, I've done some very questionable trading and international trading for them. So like I'm well aware of where we can make money and where we can't and what's going on. But however, like I said, I'm only 2 years into the crypto space, and I'm open to hearing and listening to everyone about it. Um, I know that we could probably do like a whole 8 hour stream just on it from you guys, and I do appreciate your guys' support on it. And like I said, I'm willing to learn from you guys on everything. So don't discredit anything that you guys say. It's like, but do guys keep it friendly in the comments, because I know that some of you guys there are some people who don't like hex and some people that do. So let's just try to keep it civil on the comments, especially in TikTok. Don't want anyone to get banned. um so and shout out to Cosmic Comic. Haters invest on emotions, not facts. Well, that's true, because there's a whole what was it, the Buttcoin page on Reddit. They could have invested in Bitcoin at $4
Yeah,
and
it was
money,
Bitcoin.
and they never did. So it's just the way things are, and I'm usually very slow to come around to things. So because I had a chance to get into Bitcoin very early on, maybe not at the $4 range, but probably at like the 2 or 300 at the time. Because I didn't really check on it. I just thought, this is not really something I want to be bothered with, when I really should have been. So like I said, I try to learn from my mistakes, and that's why anything new, even if it turns out to okay, it's a pump and dump or whatever, I at least will try to do my due diligence, really look at it, give a good take on it, and have a good assessment, an unbiased assessment as I can going forward. But I usually can't do that until I hear from other people from both sides. Shout out to Midnight Toker, or Oker. I guess I'm too part 420. Hope I got the name right. Not a hater, but still suffering from the latter. At, at Cosmic Comic. Uh, okay, let me just catch up here. Shout out to Cali X2. Glad to have you in here. Welcome back, one of our great moderators. So good morning to you too, buddy. Taco Man. Taco Man. Really wish. Oh, good lord. Uh, Hey, I just bought XRP again. Hey, good for you for dollar cost averaging in. You're still going to make a lot on its actual run up. It still hasn't even started yet. Shout out to Midnight Ochre. Really wish I had you all back in 2020. I wish I was in crypto at 2022. I was really just in stocks at the time, but I was also building my moving company that time, and we were busy as like hell that year. That was like a gold rush for moving. Uh, you say that and then say shit like sell all RH coins. It's disgustingly biased. Dude in the back. I know Cody has his opinion on there. So like I said, but he
Yes.
won't be on that stream because you guys well know his opinion. I'm just trying to find a couple more people who will
It
have
just seems like
different
every
opinions.
time every time me and Sal stream, it seems like there's these same 3 to 4 accounts that try to turn this stream into hex. This stream is not a hex stream, and it seems like every time we stream, they try to turn it into a hex stream, because I've noticed every time these people comment talking about hex, they try to get. We actually fall for it, and we actually use a lot of our time to talk about hex when there's a lot more things going on in the market. And I kind of don't like that. Like every time we've been streaming for the past 2 to 3 days, it seems like people just try to turn our stream into a hex stream.
Well, I mean, it's going to be part of it. I'm sure as we get bigger, we're going to have the Bitcoin maxis coming in here, and XRP maxis coming in here. We're going to have people coming in here with dissenting opinions, and that's okay. That's what a free brain trust is supposed to do. Shout out to NG Dub. Sal, do you know how to connect your ledger with the EM? EVM wallet like MetaMask to connect to other decentralized exchanges besides just Ledger DEX. Actually, I don't. I usually just go to YouTube, find someone to answer to help me along that process, or just see a tutorial about it. But if you can help me out, NG Dubs, or just send me like instructions through Messenger on Facebook or on TikTok or on Twitter, which wherever you happen to be at the time, I'd be more than happy to. Or just if you want to leave it in the chat so other people know how to do it, that's really great as well. Um, and definitely shout out to NG Dubs, one of our longtime supporters in here. So we gotta give him a shout out as well. And since you were one of our supporters in the beginning, you also gotta. Well, I'll let you know when I get those shirts in, so I can give you a shirt, buddy, because you're always in here. Shout out to Surgic Banger. Same to you, buddy. You've been in here since our beginning too. XRP is about to pump to 80 cents to 82 today. Remember, this comment right now is a descent entry for trade. Uh, Probably I don't. I'm not trying to pay. I'm trying to wait for it to see if it goes down. I have alerts on it going down, not going up. Cosmic Comic, it needs to be a small debate. Hex hate from haters causes yelling. Well, I'm going to be a moderator because I'm really just listening to try to learn. So if anyone does come in and starts yelling, they're going to get muted. So it's going to be a fair assessment. Like, I don't want to hear emotion. I just want to hear what they're doing, facts, and everything. And I'll pull up some things I could show you guys from my viewpoint from a trader standpoint. So I definitely will appreciate you. I definitely will appreciate you, Cosmic Common, for joining in because I'm sure you got quite a bit to say there. Let's see. Did I catch up on everything? And shout out to Cosmic Comic. I was originally talking about Pulse Chain, not Hex. I know, but we can't talk about Pulse Chain without talking about Hex and Pulse Hex and all that other stuff because it's like they may not be initially tied together, but they're all tied together with that. But it'll definitely be a fun thing to learn about. Shout out to Cali X2. What do you all think about XLM started picking up some up? I think it's definitely a good hedge bet to a good hedge bet to XRP. Because if XRP got clarity, XLM got clarity basically by default. Definitely a good side bet to have in there. I'm not personally in XLM, but we could be. Cody, what are some of your thoughts on XLM?
Sorry, I had to get back to it. XLM's a great coin. It can coexist with XRP. XLM has good use cases, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years ago, I think they got up with MoneyGram. They partnered with MoneyGram. So XLM is a good coin. I've seen it in my area on the Bitcoin ATMs and stuff because XRP was in this, but yeah. XRP has like 100 nodes and ETH has 300, around 300,000. That is true.
Exactly. I think Stellar really has a good use case. It's just behind XRP at the moment, but good competition in a market always strives for great innovation. So as long as they both can kind of like bump heads, for us it'll be great as investors because they'll keep innovating, keep growing, keep having that same hustle, and they'll keep trying to innovate their platforms and products. But definitely a good addition to any portfolio. Uh, Shout out to Seek 5555. What's up to you, buddy? Glad to have you back in here. Tell Cody what's up. So we're definitely glad to have your support on here. Shout out to the Catman. Y'all hold firm on XRP till August. It's definitely hold it until the end of the next bull run. But definitely take profits when you're comfortable. Pulse chain
Yeah.
airdrop is for all ETH holders and tokens on 5/10/23. So you ETH heads are already in Pulse communities. Yes, I did hear about that. Um, I did think someone did do a follow. I do apologize if I didn't see you there, but I didn't catch your name. But hey, shout out to the support there for you. So we really appreciate that. Shout out to the Catman. Ripple has to have Stellar. Shout out to Cali. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They will compete against each other. Trade XRP short term. It's not a long term hold. Well, that's what we're going to get into Cosmic Comic. Because if XRP is used the way they originally intend to use it, it's going to be a really for institutions and trading assets, trading assets in the time. Um, Shout out to Cosmic Comic. You missed my time question. What time is the debate? Debate will be 6 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday for you guys. So mark it down in your calendars. That's when we're gonna. That's when I'm gonna do the Hex live stream debate for you guys. So definitely look forward to seeing you guys on there. Let me take this down here. So I'm sure you will make a Cosmic Comic. Just let me know if when you're copping in, I'll send you a link so you can join in live. Shout out to the Catman. XRP is for banks. XLM is for the people. Yeah, XRP is really for institutional trading and asset, really asset relocation. Just people trying to send assets over borders and over long distances for very cheap. Both though have great uses. I could see XLM being used by a lot of immigrants sending money back home because right now they're paying $70 to send 500 back home. So that's really unfortunate. With XLM and XRP, it's significantly cheaper and a lot faster. They don't have to wait 3 or 4 days. They only have to wait at most 30 minutes. Shout out to Cali X2. I think XRP is a good long term hold. I'm with you on that one. Shout out to Seek 5555. What hexagons are you debating? Well, I'm going to be talking. I'm not really going to be debating. I'm really going to be just kind of moderating, trying to. I'm really trying to go there to learn and understand the hexagon viewpoints, and we all can understand that the disagreements against the hex community and the pulse chain and everything. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, I'm just really there just to moderate it and hopefully that we can have a good stream and everybody can learn something.
I did just buy $300 worth of Ethereum.
There we go. Well, Cody just bought himself a little bit of Ethereum today. I'm still waiting. I'm not going to be buying any cryptos for a little bit here. Uh, I'm definitely just waiting to see if we have a nice market dip. Shout out to Cali X2 this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. You'll debate. Yes, I will. Let me just pin that comment there so people know. Like that's when the debate will happen this Wednesday. Uh, Shout out to Seek. I can get a panel for the future. Yeah, well, I definitely appreciate you on that one. Let me give you that status there for you. Uh, let's see here. Shout out to the Catman. I might have missed that first half of that comment. It's a lot bigger than you think. Google QFS 1976. Shout out to Cosmic Comic. Wait, can you explain the difference between ETH Fair and Pulse Chain? Just wondering. Well, I can't because I don't know what ETH Fair is, but I'll have to do some research on it and get back to you. I don't know if Cody knows the difference because I know he's been doing some research on just Hex and Pulse Chain in general. But that'd be something good that we could bring up on that stream there because, like I said, there's a lot about a lot of cryptos I don't know because I don't know the technical sides of everything, but I'm willing to learn and read white papers and things like that. I just haven't had a chance to. And there's a lot of cryptos out there I don't know a lot about, but I do appreciate you guys giving me some information and giving me basically homework to look up because I do like it. So let me do my research before I can give an answer on there for you because I don't like to say anything wrong. I usually like to give an honest opinion based off of the research involved. So that's always been my standpoint. I don't like to give it just because I make one statement and I think it's there. ETH Fair is a fork of ETH that did the same airdrop. Okay, failed change so far. Okay, so it is kind of separate from the Ethereum. It just works off the Ethereum market, uh, blockchain and technology. So okay, I get what you're saying there. Back when it was proof of work to proof of stake. Okay, now you're making sense. Cosmic comic definitely look forward to that there too as well. But let me do some more research on it because I got to research a lot of stuff about that so we can have a fair stream on the hexagons versus the centikins, I guess you can call them. So definitely glad to have you in there. The one thing I have this article up here. It's just really about uh, banks will because there's an article about Ripple executive banks may start using XRP, a cryptocurrency revolution. Um, Shout out to Caddy. Definitely glad to have you back in here. One of our longtime supporters too. You loading up on Quant? I always am, but right now I'm kind of pausing all buys on my cryptos, on my crypto picks. I'm just waiting for a little dip. Although Quant, I may just buy because it's not getting any lower than 100, so I probably just keep dollar cost averaging in and buying a couple hundred quant every month just to keep my entry price down. So, but with that saying, if banks keep using use the XRP ledger, transferring money between them would be pretty good. I know right now as a business, I do business to business transfers and it's like $44, but it takes sometimes 36 hours. Especially the bigger the dollar amount, the longer it takes to transfer over. So I'm really interested in seeing what this could do for that private banking sector. However, we'll have to see how clarity because they can't I don't think Ripple, I'm not Ripple, banks can purchase XRP without the SEC's consent right now. That's basically how it's going. They have to get approval from the SEC to buy it. That's basically what the ruling said on the from Judge Torres. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to happen because they're going to have to buy it from us retail investors, and that could mean us getting a favorable price point to sell to them. So shout out to SB. Glad to have you in here. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Um, with that said, though, quants, I'm still holding quant, and it's like if you guys are curious, I know every Sunday I go over my crypto holdings, but I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Atom, Dot, Quant, Add, Share, Link, and Litecoin,
Ethereum
and
and Quant are my two biggest.
Quant is definitely one of my bigger holdings. Although I'm trying to have it catch up to a higher percentage of it. Um, Did you know Bitcoin had two inflation bugs in the past? I did not know that. Like I said, my knowledge before the last 2 years of the crypto space has really just been surface level, if anything before that. But I did not know that it had two inflation bugs in the past. But I'm sure like they got worked out just like anything else. But also do believe that Bitcoin is still the crypto gold. Cosmic Comic, did you see my last comments? They are important. Let's see here. Yeah, I did see ETH Fair forked failed chain so far back when it went from point. So I did see those. That's a good question to research prior. Um, let's see. I'm trying to see here if I like. Sometimes yeah, I did see here. It's a if you're referring to how to best FUD RH into Google every morning. Okay. I did see those comments. Maybe just send me a message on TikTok, and that way we can have a more like formal conversation because it's hard because people are commenting as you're putting your answers in, and the ETH fair question before the debate. Uh, Let me go back up here and see ETH fair question. Are you talking about the? Can you explain the difference between Ether and Pulse Chain? Oops. Yeah, like I said, it's hard to see which comment because you're every time you comment, someone else is popping in another question in between. So I do apologize. For that. I'm not quite catching it all, but I'll definitely message you after this stream, Cosmic Comic, and we can talk there because I'm really interested to pick your brain and get to know you a little bit better. Especially since sometimes we get some spikes with a lot of people joining in and out. So bear with me here on that. Um, what I want to talk about on quant is that there's still got big institutions buying it, but they seem to only be buying on the dip. I noticed that when it dips down to about 195, it's like they buy in to prop it right back up. So I'm long term on quant. I'm like 10-year long term on quant. If that answers your question, Caddy, I'll always be dollar cost averaging in, but there are points when I just suspend buying of an asset as I'm just waiting to see what happens in the market, and then I'll start putting money back into that particular market asset and just start growing it again. Right now, it's just telling me hold off on everything, so then we can move forward. So I can wait till we can move forward on it. Um, Shout out to NG Dubs. I know you've been commenting here like crazy. I definitely appreciate it. I'm gonna have to find a way to private message you, NG Dubs, as well, because you got a lot of good information. So I'm gonna have to somehow catch up to you. I'm just gonna send you let's see here. I'm just gonna have to send you my I'm gonna have to put the link in on Facebook for Facebook in the chat there for you, so you can just come out and message me. Shout out to Taco Man. I just bought XRP again, sold it before I jumped back in. Um, yeah, it would. I would definitely if you sold it at that good all that good high last week off the news. I don't blame anybody. Definitely, it felt like to me I should have been taking some profits then too, but I'm looking for a little bit longer hold, so I'm just kind of waiting for it to get a little higher before I start taking some profits. So so NGW just sent the link. If you can just like and then message me there, I'll be happy to then I know that you're on one of our Patreon supporters, so message me there too. I will definitely be on there. Shout out to Caddy. I'm waiting for $10 XRP. I think a lot of us are. I still think that's maybe a good ways away. Maybe not this bull run, but we'll definitely see it in the future. We'll definitely see it in the future. Shout out to Taco Man. How much did you invest of XRP, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, no worries, Taco Man, and thanks for the follow. Really appreciate you. XRP right now I have about well, I did have that, but now I have about as of last Sunday's what's in your portfolio, I have $105,000 in XRP, roughly about 141,000 tokens. And I just been dollar cost averaging in over 2 years. But remember,
How much do you have?
I'm sorry.
How much do you have in Ethereum? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no worries. Ethereum, I have 45 in Ethereum. I haven't added to it in the last 4 weeks. Haven't added to it in the last 4 weeks, but it's sitting right at 87,000. I had a nice little jump, but it's bouncing back and forth. I got a little bit of Bitcoin, 8 Bitcoin, but I sold a lot of my Crow to invest into Bitcoin, and I put a lot of my income from properties into to get my Bitcoin that high. But
So
I
you
was
know
doing
what's
it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what's great right now? I bought like a few $100s worth of ETH, and I sent it from Coinbase, and it only cost me $1.20 to send a few $100s worth of ETH. But that won't be forever because I know next bull run it's probably going to cost about $20 to send that much.
Yeah. And so if you're wondering, Taco Man, my total crypto portfolio as of This, as of yesterday at 9 a.m. in the morning, was $599,624 as of at that point. So, and I did have some losses, but most of my gains came in XRP because XRP almost pretty much doubled, and that's what increased my value of my portfolio. My stocks are just 1% up, although I'm seeing a lot of reports saying that we're climbing out of the recession. It looks like the moving side, it's kind of getting busier. So I do see us getting a little bit somewhere, but I don't know. I don't think we're out of the race just yet. Uh, well, thank you, Caddy and Cali X Dude. Really nice job. Well, thank you guys. It's just been a steady growing in there. But trust me, I had some losses. I did invest lose some money in VVS Finance and some other degenerate nonsense coins or shit coins, as you could say. Shout out to Seek55. What's Cody's background in crypto? By the way, keep staying clean from vapes. Way to go. Yes,
Hey,
Cody is
I'm
now
glad you've
coming
been
up on
paying
30
attention.
days.
I'm
I'm sorry.
glad that makes me so happy that you've been paying attention to what I've been saying. Thank you so much. But yes, I have been almost in 3 days. I'm 30 minutes. I'm 30 minutes, 30 days clean from salt nicotine vapes, and they are very terrible for you because it's not only just bad for your lungs, it's bad for your cardiovascular system. It's bad for your digestive system. Like I feel so much better. My breathing, my lungs. It feels like I've never hit a vape before. It feels like I got a brand new pair of lungs ever since I quit. Not only that, I got more money to put into crypto. And my background in crypto, to get to the second part of your question, is I've been in crypto for almost 3 years. I joined crypto right before the 2020 bull run. So, in about November 2020, November of this year, it'll hit 3 years of me being in
Hmm.
crypto. Time flies. But
Exactly.
if you guys don't know, my top two projects in my portfolio are Quant and Ethereum because you got to have some Ethereum to move Quant. And I'm scared that, with the gas fees and everything, I'm going to need a bunch of Ethereum to be able to move all that profit in Quant. So I'm stacking those two. But a third one that I really love is Polkadot because I don't care what anybody says. Polkadot will be the stepping stone into the next advance of the crypto market. And Decoded showed me that. Gavin Wood and everybody behind Polkadot is trying to make Polkadot become a super global computer. And that is actually word for word what they said at
Hmm.
Decoded. They're trying to turn Polkadot into a super global computer. Pretty much what they're trying to do.
Exactly. And I want to shout out this comment. I know Taco Man, you got one in there. I'll get to that in a second. Seek 55, stay positive. You got this. I'm a recovering addict. Turned my life around and had a great family. So everybody, let's give a shout out to Seek 55 because that is a very
Yes,
hard
sir.
accomplishment. So we give you props. It's mental fortitude, a lot of growth, a lot of self reflection. You had to do a tremendous amount of hard work. I'm sure there's a lot of hitting the pavement, hitting the grindstone, uh, building up because I have a lot of family members on my mom's side that unfortunately fell to addiction, died from overdoses, never got out of the poor income areas of inner cities, the ghettos, and everything, and they used it as a distraction from life. And of course, they suffered, their kids suffered, people suffered. So, I we have to tip your hat because you definitely have way more fortitude than I do, and I know that. The only reason I don't get involved is because I know I couldn't get out. So I really applaud you on that because that's a discipline of unheard of. So everybody give a round of applause to him. We're going to give Seek a lot of support on that because that's definitely a tremendous thing to overcome, and that's a victory in itself.
Having an addictive personality, not everybody has that. So, what I mean by that is some people they can get into substances and they can walk away whenever they want. And if you have that ability, you're a lucky human being. But unfortunately, me and Seek, we obviously have an addictive personality. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and ADHD. So with both of those combined, it amplifies your addiction because borderline personality disorder, you feel more lonely, you feel more waves of depression, and when you combine that with ADHD, ADHD, your brain is more active. That's why I talk fast. That's why it seems like I'm still working on, knowing when to talk and not interrupting Sal. By the way, I'm sorry about that, Sal, and I'm not justifying myself at all. But with ADHD, I'm really excited, and my brain go is nonstop moving all day. I mean, I could be at work, and yes, I do work a 9 to 5, and I'll be thinking about crypto and this live, all freaking day. And when you have that type of brain, you're more prone to, it's harder to get off addictions because you use those substances to treat your ADHD.
Exactly. And shout out to Seek55, travel full time, RV life now because of Hex. Not all Hexicans are bad or cultish. Exactly. Not, and like I said, not all big Bitcoin maxis are bad. Not all
No.
XRP people are bad. Not even all crypto haters are bad. They're just people
What
with different opinions, and uh, sometimes we just need a time to sit down and talk to each other, and we find out that we all have the same goals, dreams, and aspirations, and we just got different opinions on investments, and that's fine. There's over a
exactly?
trillion different ways to invest and make money. You got to find the one that's right for
I have
you as long as you understand it fully. Go ahead, Cody.
I have nothing against hex holders. Like hex holders is not who I'm beefing with. It's just in my opinion, I really just, and I've watched so many interviews. It wasn't one or two. Like I just don't like Richard Hart, and just because that doesn't mean I don't like Hex. It's not. Oh, I don't like Richard Hart, therefore I don't like Hex. No, it's just me. Based off my research, I think it's a terrible project. But can you make money with Hex, and can you change your life with Hex? Yes, but just because I understand that, am I willing to trade it? No. Why am I not willing to trade it? Because I have a limited income and my money is going towards Ethereum and Quant. I see Ethereum and Quant as the two biggest gainers next bull run because one, Quant, the tokenomics, there's 12 million of them. It's partnered with the Bank of International Settlements and the Bank of England. The Bank of International Settlements, for those you don't know, is the bank of the central banks. So they are the top dog. And then Ethereum is top dog as well because it's been number two and it builds dApps, and JP Morgan and all of these rich people are deep into Ethereum. So it's not going away. Gary Gensler has some cronies in Ethereum. It's not going away. So that's why I choose ETH and Quant over Hex. Me personally, I don't like the Hex project, but can you make some money with it? Yes, you can. That's
Exactly.
that's my stance on it. I just don't like Richard Hart and I don't like Hex. That's all. I don't hate you for investing in Hex. It's just because I feel like it's a scam. When people talk about Hex a lot, all I feel like is they're just trying to chill. But then again, if you don't, to be fair, you could say that about any crypto. Like you could say that even XRP people, like you could say they're shills too. Like you. So my point is, I just don't like it. That's all.
Exactly. Exactly. Cody has his opinion, and I got my own opinion. We all got different experiences to draw off of to come to different viewpoints. Shout out to Taco Man. So, how high do you think XRP can get for this next bull run? At the most 550, a strong 350 target, in my opinion, but 550 could be possible. $10 to $20 next bull run, or like when we're getting into like 2030, definitely then. But it's a long term hold for me. I know a lot of you guys have been commenting in there. Shout out to Crypto Mike. Glad to have you in here. Welcome in. Um, Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great this morning. About ready to get out there and start chasing my bag for my moving company. Shout out to Cali X2. Yes, we are all on the same mission, building our bag. Exactly. We all gotta get there. I want you all to get your financial dreams and live the life you guys intend to, and hopefully we can do it safely and keep as much money as we can. And if people could get to my level or higher, it makes me even better. It makes me
Yes.
even feel even better because like I want the success for everybody, although not everybody will be able to get to it. But I also want to let you guys know, even if you build your net worth from 0 to 500,000 off of crypto, you won, you succeeded, you made it. Don't think that you haven't done a good job because that is a phenomenal turnaround to go from 0 to 500,000 in a couple of years.
Hey
For me,
Sal,
it took a lot. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I'm just saying I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna be listening to the stream while I'm showering. But if you want me to say anything, I'm gonna be showering and it's gonna be muted. You can go
Okay.
ahead and finish what you were saying.
Oh, yeah, no problem, Cody. Um, So like I said, like I want you guys to have success. Like I know like on paper what I do is people are like, man, that's crazy. Like we went over my net worth on the last stream. I think I went over my net worth with my financial advisor. And if I sold everything, but everyone offered me the optimal buy and everything, I could have a nice net worth of eight figures. Like we're talking over 50 million. But at the same time, I'm working. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm working out to lose weight. I'm doing my moving company. I'm doing the streaming. I'm doing other projects. I'm trying to invest in other people's ideas and just trying to see which ones are good, which ones stick. I got investment properties. I got rental properties I got to take care of. And I also manage my brother's money, my parents' money. So and I kind of watch all the things yet. So I do a lot, and I don't have a lot of time. And to be honest with you, I don't recommend this for everybody. I like what I would recommend is just get to enough to where you can live a life to where you're not bound to a corporate job because you need the money, but you do a job because you love it. And that's what I want from you guys on this and have the success that you can. Like if it's really for you that you want to get to a net worth of 10 figures or more, a billion or more, then great, go for it. Shoot for the moon. But if you don't get it and you only get to 10 million, guess what? You still won. You beat out 99% of the world in getting to that. So that's why I want you guys to say, even if you have a high expectation and you don't hit it and you go down, you still will succeed. Even if you don't get anywhere near what you think you wanted to get to, you still won. That's what I'm trying to say. Shout out to Lala. Hey, I did see that you gave us a follow. Really appreciate that. Um, Thoughts on DAG? Is that you just have to clarify? Is that a crypto or is that a stock that you like me to look into? Um, I do see a lot of you guys in here, so really good that you guys are coming in here. Shout out to Seek. Fair enough. I disagree, but it's okay, and it's okay to disagree with people. Okay, crypto. I will definitely. We'll take a quick look at that, but I might save that for my deep dives that I will do. So let's take a look at that. We got a DAG. Constellation. Okay, yeah, that was the next one I was gonna do after that was going to premiere in 2 weeks for you guys. So Constellation, um, I like the overallness of it. I think it has a lot of use cases. If you're looking for a trade, it's definitely going to rise up because it made it through this bear market. It's going to make it through the rest of the bear market. They are doing a lot of great work on it. The thing that really gets me excited is that I think it's going to double its all-time high. So you're at 4 cents, and it could go to $1. And right now, that'd be tremendous. So definitely a nice side bet token to have. But I'll have a more full deep dive on it that I'll post to YouTube. I think in about 2 weeks from now. So but I do appreciate you joining in. That's definitely a good one to get a question on. So thank you, Lala21. Really glad to have you in here. So, but back to what I was saying, it's like I know that we're all in a lot of, especially a lot of people join the crypto space to try to make generational wealth. The thing is that you got to understand is that it's very hard, especially if you're going to be the first one to build wealth. Now, I'm not the first person in my family to build the wealth. I'm actually the third generation. So there was a lot of good stepping stones that were made before I even existed to help get to me where I am right now. And if you're starting from zero, you got to do all those hard steps to really build up there. But you guys are at a pivotal time in the economy and in the world where things are changing, new sectors are being created, such as crypto market, AI, and even space exploration. It's coming. I know it sounds corny to talk about, but eventually we're going to mine hard metals that require mercury to mix it out, like cobalt, lithium, and all those heavy metals. Like we are definitely going to they're definitely going to have a great use. Shout out to Crypto Mike. Constellation DAG is the only crypto that has a contract with the USA Defense. Yes, and that's why I'm pretty bullish on it. I'm still debating if my 10th token is going to be Hex. Not Hex, I'm sorry. Hedera, although I probably will in a couple months because I'm going to start putting my side bets in. And if I'm convinced enough, I might put some into Hex just a little bit just to put that in there. I also will put probably some money into some other things. I don't mind when the market's about ready to explode to make some what I call lottery bets where I put money. If it goes to zero, I don't care. Or if it just disappears, it doesn't affect me. So that's what I'm doing. But right now, I got some lottery bets on private equity, and that's what I'm focusing on building up right now before I really get in the Hex Pulse chain. Other things like Pepe Coin, meme coins, and stuff like that. So I have a whole another wallet and for that I just plop into there, and I'll trust me, I'll cash those out. If they make it, cash out. If they don't, I just let them sit there. Um, with that said, I know that we're kind of coming to the end. I gotta start making some calls. Shout out to Cali X2. Thanks for the positivity. I'm hoping to start building some generational wealth. And yes, it's like generational wealth is the hardest part to build because if you're the first person in your family to actually build actual wealth, you got a lot. You got to build the whole basement level foundation, all the pylons. You got to build everything from the ground up. I did not have that. I was really born into upper class. So like my dad had enough, like my grandfather made enough wealth that my dad didn't have to really work. He went to be a teacher and studied on projects. He was afforded the ability to go learn things he was interested in. Um, Shout out to Cody, you throwing some money into DAG. Um, I'm probably going to split up. Like I said, I was keeping a lot of dry powder on the side for investing in. I have the money I have set aside for degenerate trading into like projects like Hex and Pulse Chain and things like that I may decide to. I'm not sure yet, but you could change my mind. I might say, okay, I'll just go ahead and buy it now. Um, uh, so DAG is definitely in there. I'm looking at Hedera and Constellation. I just might do both and just split it and just invest equally in both because they're both at a price point. I just don't see a difference, and I'm just going to do them both to just try to see where my portfolio will head to. Shout out to Apple user 9455. Hey, welcome back. Glad to have your support here. If Hex goes back to all time highs, $1,000 would be 50,000. That's true, and most likely though, all coins will beat their all time highs of last bull run. I'm looking to get rich just enough to be able to do what I want, and that's exactly. And to be honest, once you get to 5 million, you can choose where you want to work. You don't have to work. You can invest properly and earn enough interest to where you can live comfortably and do what you want and travel what you want. Shout out to Cali X2. Anyone have thoughts on NG coin? I'm waiting for it to dip. If it's going parallel with the market, it's probably not going to dip anytime soon until Bitcoin makes a huge dip. But we'll have to see. I don't follow that coin, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. But I got a whole list of coins I'm just writing down just to do deep dives in, so we can have a nice video record of that for you guys. Uh, I know that a lot of you guys are really wanting to build that generational wealth, especially a lot of older folks in there. That you're looking to have something to maybe pass down to your kids, get a comfortable retirement, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s. That's kind of like a big goal for a lot of people. So I definitely say, it's you got to be patient. You got to wait to build it up. You got to wait till grow. Like you got to make the right moves at the right time to build up, and then you got to really pay attention to it and husband your wealth and really know really watch it and take care of it, because money and wealth is like water. It can evaporate very quickly. You might have holes in your bucket that you don't know of, and your money's
It's
spilling out,
it's
and
like
it flows
energy.
when you want it.
It
Yeah, and
just goes
it's
from
like
one
energy
hand to
too.
another.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like energy too. You can't really destroy it. It just goes where it's going to go. But I like the water analogy for for wealth and money, because a lot of people are trying to grab a lot of wealth and they're just putting their hands together like a bucket, and you're spilling out. You're missing a lot, so you get some, but not enough. Like what we need to do is get enough so we have the nice big trough so you can collect as much as you can, and then we have a big storage tank so you can keep storing it. So that's what we're kind of doing. That's kind of where I am with it too. But if you guys are definitely in, I'm definitely interested in hearing what you guys thoughts have to say about the hex stream as well, because like I'm really interested in seeing how it's going to go. I just hope I can keep it civil for you guys, because I don't want it to get aggressive. I just want it to be knowledge based. I don't really have much more else to say today, because there really isn't a lot of news. We're all really in a waiting period. It's a bear versus bull market, and we just got to wait till we put money aside for it. And we just gotta wait. But if you are just getting in, dollar cost averaging, because that's what I did when I started, and I started at the tail end of the bull run, and it just keeps going down. Shout out to Surgic Banger. Look at XRP right now. Here's the point: the 80 to 82 cents pump right now. Yeah, let's take a quick look at that. I know I have it here. Come on, we gotta get to the 30. Yeah, I see the candle starting on the 30-minute chart there. You're definitely seeing some up. Ooh, it's starting to shoot up. Yep, the buy orders are coming in hard on XRP. So it looks like people are dollar cost averaging in again. I don't see a lot of, well, there's a few. I saw 29,000, 73,000 XRP bought, but a lot of it's like 6, 5. So people are putting in at least $500 or more, it seems, of XRP. So yeah, it's starting to run up. We'll have to see, because that'd be another good time to shave off some profits and then dollar cost average back in.
I'm buying into ETH right now. My money, unfortunately, I'm in a mindset to where I'm only putting $1,000 a month in crypto. Because I'm only putting in $1,000 a month in crypto, I gotta pick one because I already have multiple assets. I have a lot of Polkadot. I have almost 1,000 of them. I have a lot of Quant. I have 55 of them. It's like I don't want to keep building up just one. I have no ether right now, pretty much besides from the $500 I put in this morning. So because I don't have a lot of ETH, for the rest of this year, I'm going to be putting $1,000 a month into ETH. It doesn't matter what it does.
Hmm.
So by the end of this year, I should have $5,000 equity into ETH. So pretty much, I'm trying to build up 3 ETH by the end of this year. And then my ultimate goal is before next bull run, I want to have 7 to 10 ETH. While I have 55 quant, while I have almost 1,000 Polkadot. That way, I almost have 1,000 Polkadot. I have 55 quant, and I have 7 to 10 ETH. That's generation. That can be a good start to my foundation.
Exactly. Exactly. And shout out to Surgic Banger. I'm up 5K off this tiny pump. Well, it seems like you're gonna be up a little bit more. Uh, it's definitely on a nice run up there. Shout out to Cali X2. Everyone have an excellent day. You too, buddy. Go get there and chase that bag. We're about to hop off on this stream. Do you got any final thoughts, Cody? Anything you want to say before we head out of here?
Regardless of what anybody's saying, regardless of what crypto critics say, keep up in that chicken bag. And what I mean by chicken bag is that's another term for money. But keep up in that chicken bag because while everybody's saying this and that, Buckcoin was made at $4 back when Bitcoin was $4 a coin. So just keep that in mind. Don't tie emotions into investing. Just make that freaking money, get that bag, and stop listening to people. My ultimate take on society and the world right now is most people do not think for themselves. A lot of people um, do what they're told, as in like they make their investing decisions on what YouTubers and influencers say. You know, a lot of people don't value high self esteem. A lot of people don't value thinking for themselves. And when you talk about having a high self esteem, or if you talk about thinking for you a cocky asshole, but in reality, thinking for yourself and having high self esteem is what creates a strong society. And if there's less and less of that, there's more and more control from the other side. So that's my take. Just listen to yourself, go through your intuition, go through your own research, and go based on your own logic. Because if you don't think you're stupid, you should trust yourself.
Exactly. And so my sentence exactly. You don't just take our word for it. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and you may see things differently than us, and a lot of people and differently from everyone in the chat. That's okay. You have to make the decisions that you feel are right for you, as long as you make it off of education, understanding what you're investing in, what you're doing, and understanding your own goal as to what it's doing. Because like my goal, I surpassed my goal a long time ago, and that was to be able to buy nice exotic cars and things like that, and have a nice house. I'm working beyond that now, and I'm really just having fun doing it and growing and bringing people along with me with the ride as they join my companies and they make a lot of money and I see their lives change. That's now
Kevin
my
Samuel
focus on it.
Kevin Samuel said, I will fail, I will make mistakes, but I will never regret. And what he means by never regret is even though he's gonna fail and make mistakes along the way, the ultimate roadside at the end is success. Because regardless, it's like, I'm not gonna regret life. I'm gonna fail and I'm gonna make bad decisions, but in the long run, I'm not gonna regret it because I'm gonna have learned so much, and I've actually put myself in the position. Most people don't put themselves in the position to actually get wealth, and then when they're old, they say the system's rigged. Like, I'm
Mhm.
tired of that shit. Like, if you actually think the system's rigged, do something about it.
Exactly. And just to give you guys a point of reference, it's like how everyone's saying crypto is a scam. 30 years ago, when I was a teenager, just getting into the stock markets and really getting understanding it, even my own dad was saying the same thing. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. So that's just how people are. Once you understand that, you'll have a better appreciation of what you're doing and what you're trying to build. But with that said, guys, I do have to get off. I have a lot of calls I got to catch up on while we're on the stream. I really, really do appreciate you guys and all your support and everyone coming in. Even the Hexicans, we appreciate you guys too. Really love to have you in here, especially since you need to hear the other side's opinion in any argument to be able to actually come to a logical conclusion. So, with that said, guys, thank you guys. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're really really trying to grow our channel and reach more people. And we definitely want to bring out more content for you guys. So, with that being said, stay safe out there. I invest in the things you understand. Respect the process. Don't invest your life savings. Only invest the money you're willing to lose. And with that said, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning because we'll be tomorrow morning at 8:30 this time. We'll have a nice on time start this time. So, with that said, guys, thank you. We're going to get out here. We're going to start chasing this bag. I hope everyone else is having a wonderful day. Shout out to Surgic Banger. When people say something is a scam, they don't take the time to really research it. Yes, that's true. However, just sometimes like that guy that was screaming wolf with the Bernie Madoff case. What was his name? Something Stephanopoulos, or he has a really hard name to pronounce, but he knew right away that something was a scam and the math was off. The trades were off. Nobody was doing business with him. So sometimes there are people who are screaming that have some legitimacy. And that's where I say you got to do your own research. You got to really look into it and read.
And see, that's where my opinion comes from on Hex. I have taken multiple hours out of each day to do research on it.
Exactly. Just as long as you do research and you understand what you're getting into, that way you don't make a illogical, emotional decision after you lose money off of a bad decision. But with that said, guys, really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys, and we definitely look forward to seeing you tomorrow.